What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nevichenko Whips YouTube channel and the rainy Pacific Northwest, as always. Today, we have the pleasure of driving to work and reviewing this 2000s Audi B5. It's an A4 with the 1.8 turbo engine. Looks like it has some Audi TT Sport style wheels. Quattro, baby. That's where it's at. This thing is pretty cool back in the day. I remember when I was a little kid, my uncle came over on one of these and I was blown away. Definitely getting towards that classic territory with the older Audis. I know a lot of people loved, and I as a kid, my dream car was the B5 S4 with the 2.6, is it, or 2.7 twin turbo. And this body style, I thought those were the coolest car ever. And then, of course, the B7 came out, and that was even cooler. That's probably still one of my dream cars, getting one of those B7s with the legendary V8 that was in the first Audi R8. But anyway, this is what we're driving today. Let's see what we're working with. All things considered, still a really clean example, very straight. Engine runs nice. I'm sure the AC works. It's got a little bit of pep around 3,000 RPM, and then it dies off after 4. Little 1.8 turbo. 5 valves per cylinder, dual overhead cam. Rain, rain, go away. It is June 4th. Welcome to Washington State. This is my sidebar, but I work with a lot of people from California, and they'll get on like a call or a meeting, and they're like, "Oh, it's so cold here today." This was like a couple months back when in Washington it was like post-March and still snowing out of the blue, and then sunny some days, and then snowing, and then hailing, and then raining. And so we were like freezing in like the 30, 35 degree weather sometimes. And so anyway, I'm like, well, how cold is it? And they're like, oh, it's 70. And I'm like rolling my eyeballs. Anyway, it's nice in California. I wouldn't complain. I guess people get used to a good thing easily. And as soon as it slightly goes away, they start complaining. Speaking of good things, this car is quite nice. All things considered, 20-ish year old Audi. It's not a crazy performance model, right? I will try to, in the future, get an S4 on here if I can. I know, all jokes aside, I don't know if many of those are reliably still on the road or if people daily them due to their possibly reliability issues. But I've heard good things about this, this 1.8 turbo that was probably put in everything. VWs, Jettas, Golfs, Beetles, most likely a variation in other Audis. And this engine definitely will get you going, probably gets fair gas mileage, but it's not powerful. 170 horsepower feels weak. I mean, on the freeway, it's smooth. If you floor it, it'll accelerate slowly. It has a bit of torque, like 2 to 4K. And then I think the little turbo, albeit everything is stock here, no mods, stock exhaust. So who knows, some things might be clogged, some things might not be as in the same condition as they were when they were new. But all things considered, it drives quite nicely, quite smoothly. I'm sure whenever this thing came out, it was like the tech, right? Or it had the tech that Audi was working on at that time. The ride is firm but comfortable. Tiny bit of floatiness with the shocks, but my buddy, the owner, is going to soon lower it on some H&R springs to look a bit better. Probably a good idea to do shocks at the same time, considering the age and the mileage. that guy's trailer in front of me is bouncing badly. Hopefully nothing flies out. It's interesting, some of the things you see fly out of cars around here. Oh yeah, let's just floor it now that we have opportunity. Oh yeah, we're about to hit 60, which is 100 kilometers. End of second gear, 60 exactly. Nice long gears, and about 130 kilometers, top of third gear. It feels great. This car feels great at speed. I was cruising this home on the freeway yesterday in traffic, or towards the evening it was less traffic and people are moving more briskly, trying to get home from work, and just feels solid. The sound deadening is great. I'm comparing this, one of my first cars was a Honda Accord. I think it had like 140 horsepower. It was a manual. But comparing this to that car, this is leaps and bounds better, nicer. It's German, still has that German feel. There's minimal creaks or sounds and rattles in the car. Sure, some of these plastics are not great, like the infamous cup holder pieces and trims pop off and fall off, but again, it's 20 years plus old. And I've driven the VWs. I think I've driven a Golf 1.8 turbo with this engine, and it felt great as well. The VWs and the Audis of this era were great commuter cars. Overall comfortable. The seat is comfy. The steering wheel is nice, although it's a S-line replacement steering wheel. Back then they started doing this cool shiftable automatics. Yeah, it's a slush box. You shift and then it shifts, but you can still do it, right? Like, you can still shift. Never mind the little brake light. My buddy did the front brakes, but I think it's on for the rears, so we should be okay. It's rainy, but hey, we have Quattro. So this is foot to the floor, right? It's not bad. What a smooth, nice ride. It's more fun to drive a slow car fast than have to drive a fast car slow. And this falls in that category. I think I've driven also the V6 version. Is it the 3.2 I think Audi made? And those are definitely have some more torque, some more pep, but I'm sure that engine's a little bit heavier. Audi, as we know, did really good with their Quattro systems. And so I'm sure this thing will do great in the weather, probably still does great in the snow. My friend told me it's not the Haldex all-wheel drive, it's the mechanical all-wheel drive, which was better. We know the Haldex is kind of a front-wheel drive car that enables some rear-wheel drive support when you've got the slippage, which is not a true all-wheel drive. It's also interesting to me that the downshift, you have to pull the shifter to yourself. I know in a lot of the newer cars, upshift is to yourself and downshift is away from yourself. And I think it's possibly the same for all the German automakers now. I don't remember which year they kind of decided to switch that up. Maybe when paddle shifters became a thing. With this age, I know these Audis can suffer from some crunchy sounds from the front suspension, and I hear that a tiny bit here, albeit it's almost 250,000 kilometers on it, but it's still extremely comfortable. The handling characteristics are still fine. It feels solid. I've driven new Audis, a couple with the high horsepower S models, RS models, and they've kept the spirit of it. I know the new ones are way nicer, they're spaceships, but I still can see the resemblance, like their styling cues and the styling overall. So I think this car is awesome. It's a bargain. You can still modify these slightly a little bit to look nice. A couple lips and things on the exterior, maybe some wheels and lowering it, and it's like a timeless design. very smooth. I know there are variations of Audi models and engines that were not successful or known to be like the worst of the worst for whatever issues, the V8s for their timing guides, and I don't know what, I think this model has a timing belt, it's a dual overhead cam, and I've heard good things about these 1.8s living on forever and ever. In Europe they had the diesels, I'm sure those lived on forever and ever as well. I know the competitors of this were like the 3 Series BMW of this period. This is around when the E46 was around, and then, you know, they had the 325s, 330s. So those were great cars as well, but I don't think BMW did much all-wheel drive. I forget the year when XI was introduced, or the X-Drive. But German is German. It's awesome. The build quality is awesome. I know Mercedes had some cool cars at this time in this period. I've owned maybe 1 or 2 that were older like this, and you know, electronics wise, yes, some of the manufacturers maybe weren't thinking that far ahead with the type of wiring they were using in their cars, so the electronics did suffer. I'm not sure about Audis. But with just some maintenance and resolving any small leaks, cooling, this car will most likely run on and do just fine. The handling is great. The sound system's great. The dashboard gives off to me like the VW vibes. I've been in a couple of VWs and it's near identical feeling. But the interior is nicer. I know there's a lot of stigma around old German cars, and a lot of people are like, don't you dare buy this or that. I guess if you're handy with a car and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, owning something older and pretty cool can be a lot more rewarding in this day and age to drive. And there's a lot of old cars that are super affordable compared to like your newer Hondas, your newer Japanese cars, or newer German cars. Didn't they say the median like commuter car today is well over $20,000-$30,000? That's like the average car. These cars can be bought for like $5,000 or less, and if you take care of it, you will enjoy it, and you'll be driving in comfort. Same goes for, you know, all these automakers. I think run a good Carfax. If you're looking to buy an older German car, run a Carfax. Accidents, maintenance records, number of owners has a lot to do with it. If a car's been through many owners, I don't think that many people cared about it if it's been passed around. If it's been a one owner car, that person probably intended for that car to last for the lifetime of its ownership or their ownership, and they most likely took care of it. But as you can see, she feels solid. Would recommend. We do have a bit of traffic in front of us, otherwise I would be going through these corners a bit more briskly. This car does inspire some confidence. There's no sport mode per se, but you throw it over into the, whatever they called it back then, Steptronic mode, and put it in third and just cruise these corners. I've looked around, I don't see any buttons for like stability control. I believe that was a thing already by then. Don't know if you could, you know, shut it off. I know on the older Mercedes they have like an ESP button that you can press. I've never owned an Audi. I've always loved Audi interiors. The new Audis are awesome inside. But I have friends and family that have owned Audis near brand new and their engines blow up. I don't know why. Maybe if you're buying a new Audi and you can get extended warranty, absolutely do it. If you're getting one at a dealership, because you don't want to be paying for that engine in the tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket. Some of these that have been tried and true and still chugging along, you'll most likely be fine. Put it back in drive and she's back in her cruising mode. Comfort-wise, the seating position is awesome. It's pretty upright. The roofline is not super sleek and low, so you're sitting pretty much upright. Still feels great, but you don't feel necessarily very low to the ground. It feels like a car that you could not take off road, but take into some weather, take it up to the mountain, do something fun. Let me click around here and see what kind of fuel economy we might be getting. 11.4 liters per 100 kilometers. You know, you could Google the specs. I'm sure it's over 20 mpgs on highway if you're just cruising it in fifth. That's about it. If you can snag a nicely kept Audi that's not trashed, I recommend it. Again, I'm sure a lot of these are trashed, so be a little bit picky. Just because it says Audi and there's like a Sport line or S line, or again the S4s, they were probably had the juices squeezed out of them because it's the S. You got to be kind of cautious about what it's got going on. A lot of these lower level, trim level, regular spec Audis, they were probably just dailied by responsible grown-ups to and from work, day by day. I think just like any other car, with German cars, you want to get the maintenance out of the way preventatively, not reactively. Because things could cascade if you just leave them as is. Just like any car, if you take care of it, it'll take care of you. Have a lovely day, everyone. I'm just gonna cruise the way of this rainy, comfortable drive to work. Take care.